Mr. Reese. Say hey, bud. Today we're gonna do a get ready with me dental assistant edition. As you guys know, I am a dental assistant. I practice both general and orthodontic assisting. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this is the second time that I'm filming. Second time I'm filming this segment because I filmed it the first time and I rewatched the footage and realized how freaking petrified I was because I saw like a moth or something on the on the what I'm still like freaking paralyzed because I can't even put the words out right now on the blind. So sorry. But in the meanwhile, all I did was pretty much apply concealer here, here. And I didn't put it under my eyes yet because I do shadows. So this is me coming to you already with my concealer and the foundation that I want to do for now. I pretty much just do stuff in layers. So you just want to make sure that your skin looks even. You look, polished. You don't want it to look unnatural. Well, let me. I don't want my makeup to look unnatural. I like to look very polished, very glam, and very subtle. But I like to look very glowy. So I'm gonna show you how I achieve that. So pretty much, in a get ready with me / a day in the life, I actually don't wear makeup as often to this job as I do my other job because I have to get up way earlier. I'm gonna do my makeup, so let's just say it's a Friday. I'm gonna get up a little bit early, like a tad bit early. I'm gonna walk Reese. I'm gonna come back in. Damn, I lost my train of thought already. Okay, rewind. So, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk Reese, take a shower, do my makeup, which is what I'm doing now. Then I'll come out, I'll make my lunch. Majority of the time I take my lunch just because, honestly, it's way more frugal. Like, you'll spend so much money buying food every day, and then you kind of get tired of what's over there. So, you might as well take a lunch. So I'll make my lunch. I'll put my scrubs on, and by this point I'm probably rushing because, to be honest, I always feel like I'm rushing. Even if I get up and I allot myself time, I always feel like I'm rushing, and that's a really horrible way to feel all the time because you're like stressed, and then you get in the car and then you drive through Atlanta and then you're even more stressed. So definitely something I have to work on, and definitely something I think I'm going to work on 2018. So pretty much I'll get to work, say hey to everybody, hey girl, like we just didn't see each other the day before, but it doesn't matter. I have a really, really, really dope team. Everybody's really cool, so we have a lot of fun. So I get there, I'll look at the computer, and I'll look at my schedule. I look at the schedule for the whole day to kind of see, like, okay, what am I going to be doing today? You need to kind of look at stuff like, okay, who needs an x-ray for this procedure? Pretty much you're anticipating from the moment that you step in the door what's going to be, what you're doing that day. Sometimes we already know, like Friday, I might work with the orthodontist and be doing adjustments the whole day, or I might be doing endo in the afternoon, which is why you have to look at the schedule. And so you can also kind of figure out, like, if this is going to be a day that you're going to be able to get off early. You know what I mean? Like, that's the, like, oh, it's Friday. Can we get out early today? Can we, seriously, because, we put in a lot of work, a whole lot of work. And sometimes it's just nice to get off early. So, um, once I do that, then we're kind of putting up instruments. Once we put up instruments, we're starting to get ready for whatever provider we have. So, for example, the in my opinion, the easiest procedure is going to be operative. So that's like fillings, because at this point, I feel like I know it like in the back of my hand. It's very the steps, they don't really change unless it's a really deep cavity, and only then you maybe add like a liner or something. But if it's a more intense procedure like endo, then I'll start preparing a little earlier than usual, because that procedure requires a lot of different materials. So you might have to go and get some gutta percha. You might have to go get the saline solution. You're gonna have to make sure that you have. It's just a whole lot of stuff, and depending on the provider, because we work with over 150 different dentists. So you kind of have to be equipped to be able to adapt and to be patient. I think that's the biggest thing about my job, is to be able to adapt and to be able to. Well, yeah, but when I get to work, I definitely turn into like Breathe the dental nurse. At that point, it becomes all about the patient. Forget if I'm hungry, if whatever. I still take care of myself, but at that point, it's all about the patient. So we might have a procedure, from 9 to 11, 9 to 12. We'll have lunch. One of the really nice things about working in an office, like just working a dental assisting period, you get a lot of free lunches. You get a lot of people who will bring lunch. Maybe your office manager or your boss or whatever will bring y'all lunch. During the holidays, it's nice because we get a lot of like sweets and stuff, or little gifts. It's just very professional environment. But if you have a good team, and it's really fun, and it's really homey. Okay, so that's really gonna be it with the eyes. It's not very dramatic. Probably just looks a little more red here, which is why I just blend out. So we'll go to lunch. Before you go to lunch, you do your instruments, because again, you're learning how to anticipate everything. So you want to make sure when you come back, the instruments are done, so that you'll have instruments to work with, because if you don't do them, then who is going to do them? You know what I mean? So really, you just want to set yourself up to succeed. You don't want to set yourself up to be having to get up all the time, and because that takes more time, and then you'll piss off your provider or your doctor. You just want to kind of be efficient. Well, I want to be efficient. A lot of this is, even though dental assisting is not my last step, I definitely want to get good at some of this stuff now, because I'm going to need to know how to do it well in dental school. So that's like, taking impressions and setting up the materials and knowing your materials, knowing how to take x-rays, stuff like that is actually going to be vital to what I want to do in the future. So, I take my job very seriously, and as with a lot of things I do, I try to be good at it, because I think it matters, and at the end of the day, dentistry is something I'm very passionate about. So I'm very blessed to work in something that I care about. But I think it's a good career. I think dentistry is a good career for a lot of women in general, because it gives you time to have a life. If you're a mom, you're gonna get out of work probably like 3:30, 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4:30, depending on where you work at. You'll only work during the week. You won't have to work on weekends, depending on where you work at. Most of the time when you have holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, you'll be off. I'm not off, because I'm a special case, because I'm a student, and you guys know that You know, I live very real. I don't live like in a dormitory or anything. I don't live at home. I live in my own space with my boyfriend. Shout out to Trey. Well, let me say this. Is it hard? Is it a hard job? No. Is it exhausting? Yes. You will be exhausted by the end of the day, especially if you work in a, well, it depends. If you work in a high, high volume office, you will definitely be tired. Yeah. I know there's days that I'm tired, but again, it's gonna make me efficient. By the time I get out, I'll be used to doing things at a high volume and at a high speed, so it won't really bother me too much. Okay, so I always get asked, all the time, like,
oh, how do you work in people's mouths? Like,
so this is finishing spray because, someone that's not a woman, if they watch this, they're gonna be like, so this is finishing spray because, someone that's not a woman, if they wash this, they're gonna be like, what did she just spray on her face? Is it water? No, this is just so your stuff sets and so it stays on your face. Especially if you wear a mask. So if you're a nurse, a medical assistant, phlebotomist, if you're a dentist, whatever, that's such a annoying thing to have to go through. Like, seriously, when you do your makeup and your makeup is just kind of like falling out on your face mask or your lipstick. That's why I don't really wear lipstick. I'll wear that's why it's hard to wear makeup in general because your stuff will be all over your mask, and when you think about how long or how much technique you spent with the application, you're a little salty. We're a little bit like Lowry's. So, but anyway, I just think that it's really, really fascinating. This is gonna be really hard to apply on camera, so I might have to get really, really close. Don't judge me if my lines aren't perfect. Like, it's a learning thing. I'm a really big fan of liquid mascara. I like this is not even mascara. This is eyeliner. I'm a very big fan of liquid eyeliner because it's very precise, and when you get good, you can control it. I remember as a kid, I used to get it like on my eyeball, trying so hard to keep it so close to the line. But anyway, yeah, like I just like, I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of weird. I like the grossness that can be in dentistry. I'm just weird. Like, that's the best way to place it. I just think it's really cool. I think it's interesting. I like seeing stuff like that. Like, not to get into detail. They may be like, oh, she's a psychopath. She's a psychopath. But
the number you have
I didn't want them to be this thick. I wanted it to be a lot thinner, but I'm not about to This is disappointing. Okay, so this is probably the best it's gonna get on camera. Hopefully it doesn't look too dramatic. See, now I feel like everything I said in the beginning, like, oh, you want it to look natural, just went out the freaking window. Would I wear this look to work? Yes, I would wear this look to work. I'm very, I think you can be glamorous. Like, why not? I would have preferred it to be a little bit thinner and be prideful, and was telling myself that I was the go and I could do it and I messed up. So now we gotta deal with the repercussions. Focus, Brie. Focus, girl. Focus. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, the shade is Going Steady by MAC. I don't wear it plain. I'm really upset about my freaking eyeliner, but it's But it's okay. I'm just gonna post the video anyway, even though I'm not. I've filmed this video like 3 or 4 times. I'm still in the process of filming the SHPP video, so I'm really sorry, guys. I apologize. It's very hard to put 30 days worth of experience in a 20-minute video, and I didn't even want it to be that long, but I filmed it like 6 or 7 times, and because it's such a serious video, I felt like when I was watching it, there would be times where I didn't have as much personality because I was just so worried about making sure I didn't forget anything. But anyway, darlings, yeah, so this lovely young lady, my videos all over the place. Like, you guys can just see, like, that's how my mind is just like boom, 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 all at all times, like boom, 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 bam. Anyway, she asked me what was the most difficult thing when I was in dental assisting school. You guys know I didn't go to traditional dental assisting school. I started off as orthodontic assistant. So at that time, the most difficult thing for me, I don't know, because even then I feel like my impressions were pretty good. I feel like I was pouring up pretty good. I probably have to say just getting used to placing O-ties. Yeah, probably placing O-ties because we're using a hemostat. Some people call it a hemostat, some people don't. There's many different names for it. If I can remember, I'll insert exactly what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I'll just insert the whole video. I'm gonna insert a whole clip so you guys can see. Well, I don't know, because it's kind of creepy because of the way I have the girl's eyes covered. But anyway, I'll do that. Okay, so the last part of the get ready with me is, hair. So I just take a little bit of this curl maker. So if this was real life, I'd be leaving and going to work right now, but I'm actually going to be preparing for school tomorrow. I'm taking 4 classes this semester, including a prereq that I need for dental school. Wish me luck. Just trying to be focused, stay focused, graduate, and hurry up and become a dentist. Hopefully, I will be putting out the SHPEP video very soon. Again, I'm sorry. I just want it to be good, quality, detailed video. So guys, that's it. Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and always feel free to contact me regarding any questions you may have. Deuces.